Welcome back everyone, Zaf here. We have a new soul leveling rise video for you. In this video, we're going to cover the new SSR hunter weapons, and no, not the ones we have here that we can obviously craft. And just really quick, I will soon enough have some coupon codes that I can give directly to the viewers and any supporters. So if you aren't supporting us, make sure you do that. And if you aren't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe. The coupon code that the devs will provide me will be for 1,000 essence stones. So make sure you are subscribed, have your notifications on, because the codes do run out quite fast. We will be issuing them out in the Discord server as well. So do stay tuned for all these rewards and make sure to support us to get some upcoming supporter rewards. Did you know there are actually new ones implemented in the game that we will soon enough be able to craft? Let's go to a side story mission here. And yes, I'm a bit lazy with these stories, I can easily do these, but I'm saving them for maybe another time. Anyways, you can see we have these weapons here, and these are not any we're familiar of seeing. A lot of veteran players will be taken aback by this, that there are actually new SSR hunter weapons, though we can't tab into them due to them being a demo hunter weapon, but I do have some here. Let me actually show you. Let me switch to a different story mode. I need the one with Kim. I believe it might be one of these ones here. Let me replay, and yeah. So we have one of the shields here, and I'll show you kind of what we can expect with these stats. Let me just quickly tab in to one of these images I have here. So as you can see, this is one of the new hunter weapons, and this one is a shield. It is the Dark Elemental version. It provides a large defense stat bonus, and obviously the precision we're used to seeing once a weapon is at the A5 mark, and similar to an A10 weapon, it does also provide us the attack, defense, and HP bonus. But the main difference that these weapons have from other SSR hunter weapons, and again, I do want to reiterate for those of you that don't know, hunter weapons currently are only available in SSR forms to the specific hunter in question. You can obviously equip different hunter weapons to different hunters, but that is not ideal because you'll lose out on these bonuses here. So with Jiwoo's weapon, we get this crit damage bonus. We also get these additional crit hit damage bonuses as well by using these skills, a stacking effect. But if you were to apply this to any other hunter, you would only get the stats here and nothing else. So that's why having universal SSR weapons is so important, because you can't realistically get an SSR weapon for every single hunter that's come out. That would take a lot of resources to craft these weapons, which I showed you in our previous video. I do have a hunter SSR tier list video and covering SSR and rare weapons as well. You should check that out. But to craft a hunter weapon, you go here, you go to this section here, and you need these crystals, 8 of them, and you also need the hunter exclusive weapon designs, and I'm sure you know, these are super rare. The crystals are a bit easier to get, you should have a bunch by now, but these are the main resource that we all have difficulties getting. As you can see, I only have 6, but I haven't crafted too many weapons, just displaying how rare they really are. So with those weapons, I kind of want to compare them to another specific SSR hunter weapon. Let's go to this one here. So this one is for Yunhu. It is a defense weapon since he scales off defense. Let's go to the max stat and let's remember these figures. So 4,106 total power, 2,500 defense, and 4,000 precision, and obviously the attack, defense, and HP buff once it's at a 10, which most of us won't get. But this is the only stat that matters right here, is the bonus it provides to Yunhu, and only Yunhu, to nobody else. So that means if we were to apply this hunter weapon to any other hunter, we would only get these stats here, and also of course this stat here if it's A10, but it won't be. So just these stats here. So let's compare. I'm going to tab back to the other window, and there we go. So it had the same power, it has the same defense, the same precision, but the main difference is that Yunhu's weapon is missing this right here. So decreases damage taken from boss monsters by 15%. Obviously that's not too bad for a defensive unit. You'll miss out on the damage that exclusive hunter weapons usually have, but at least it is better than nothing. You can use this hunter weapon universally on any hunter and get this bonus applied. So that's where the main benefit comes from. Although you don't get an exclusive bonus, at least you have some additional versatility by having these weapons you're able to put it on any hunter and get these bonuses. No limited exclusive bonuses, just a universal one. And if we tab into the sword here, the Long Sword of Blessed Destruction, another dark weapon. This time it scales off attack, which would be the same for any A5 weapon, the same amount of precision, attack, and power, but in this case, it increases the user's damage dealt to enemies that have elemental weaknesses by 15%. Very, very nice. So again, we now have a universal weapon that we can use on any hunter, as indicated on this icon here. So if you're limited to crafting exclusive hunter weapons, you don't really have to feel lost once we eventually get these weapons put into the game. As you can see, once we jump back to the in-game menu, and let's go to another quest, for example. Let me find one here. I want to go back to the main mode, and no, I haven't done the reverse mode yet, just haven't had the time, but let's go to another side mission, maybe this one here. Let's go to this mission, replay, and you'll see 2 new SSR weapons. We still can't tab into them, but at least we know they're real. They should probably be implemented soon. I know there's a crafting system coming up. I believe it was posted on one of the recent notes that we will be able to take our SR weapons and craft them up to SSRs, or specifically these SSRs here. So that's why I do recommend that you don't salvage any weapon right now. Those SR weapons we have, these ones here, even though they might be on the very lowest point of our tier list, they might still have some use. So all these SR hunter weapons that are pretty much garbage, you might as well keep. Do not salvage them. I salvaged maybe 1 or 2 myself, but do not do it anymore. At least wait for the most recent updates to come out. We may be able to craft them up to SSR weapons, ones we can use universally. That will actually provide a very substantial bonus. Because these SR weapons, well, the bonuses even at the A5 mark are not that substantial. They're not really good in any regard. I'd rather just swap in an SSR hunter weapon that's exclusive to another hunter, but then you won't get these bonuses here, which is a little bit of a shame. And again, I do recommend, if you don't have any SSR weapons for hunters, you can just use an A10 rare. At the A10 mark, you're getting these fantastic bonuses: 10% attack, 10% defense, and 10% HP, all applied to a hunter, making it better than an SR weapon you can use. I'd much rather use this weapon here than this one here, just because of this substantial bonus. It is very, very effective, so don't rush to salvage your rare weapons. You can go ahead and advance them all the way up to the A10 mark and slap them on a random hunter. You might find it much better than using a very low advanced SR weapon, since the stat difference won't amount to much when you apply the 10% bonus here. So I am looking forward to that new crafting system and those new SSR hunter weapons, since with our regular SSR hunters, they don't have exclusive weapons, and it would be a waste to introduce exclusive weapons for them. Even if the resource cost is less, they might as well introduce universal weapons that any hunter can use, putting a use to these junk SR weapons. That way we can finally use them for something useful, not just salvaging them, but crafting them up to a solid weapon, which is exactly what I've been waiting for. And also, is anyone else shocked by the amount of rewards we're getting in? 10 draw tickets, 100k gold, 1 weapon design, a bunch of keys, 500 essence stones, and a rare rune, and these just continue on. We have another 10 summons here, a bunch of keys, another 10 summons, 100k gold. I haven't claimed them just yet. I just like them sitting in my inventory. Don't worry, I've never let them expire, but I just want to appreciate how many rewards the devs are giving us. I'm sure they're not just reeling us in, keeping us satisfied. I'm sure they're just being very generous, since they enjoy making the game and they want us to enjoy playing it as well. So yeah, that's basically it for today's video. I just wanted to cover these very interesting SSR hunter weapons that have basically been semi-released, I guess we can say that. Since you can see them in the game right now, they're not exactly hidden. If you go ahead and replay any missions, I think in the later chapters, so not chapter 4, I think maybe starting from chapter 6, let me just confirm. Let's replay, and yeah, there we go. So from about chapter 6 onwards, these hunters get the universal SSR weapons, which is very, very interesting to see. But yeah, that's it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, drop me a like, leave a comment, tell me what you think, and also do subscribe to the channel if you want more Soul Leveling Rise content like this. This was Zaf signing out.